Now, you are a high school student in China. So it's 5:40 a.m. You're the first one to arrive at school, and you are determined to get 1 extra hour of study time over everyone else. At 6:30 a.m., morning reading begins. Just like your classmates, you stand up, reading aloud with a ton of passion and energy. At 7 a.m., you head to the cafeteria for breakfast. Then you support your class top student, eating while simultaneously reviewing notes. Your anxiety spikes another notch. The first morning class begins at 7:40 a.m. You're just fighting sleep, so you pinch your thigh hard. Or you might pull out a harpoon and clamp it to your ear. "45 minutes later, the bell rings for a break. You just can't hold out any longer. You tell yourself, sharpening the axe doesn't delay the chopping. A 10 minutes rest will help you focus better in the next class. At 12 p.m., morning classes end. You charge toward the cafeteria like a soldier rushing into battle. You refuse to waste any precious time standing in line. 12:40 p.m., no break after lunch. You rush back, cornering teachers with your questions. By 1:10 p.m., exhaustion wins. You collapse onto your desk, join an army of students who've turned the classroom into a makeshift dormitory. Even sleep becomes strategic. At 2:10 p.m., the first afternoon class starts. 5:20 p.m., dinner is a blur. Quick bites, no time to waste. Then a brief moment on the playground, watching student athletes playing basketball. At 6 p.m., you head back to the classroom. The hallway is already packed with students doing evening reading. Then at 6:40 p.m., evening study hall officially begins. For the next 3+ hours, you have to bury your head in this never-ending mountain of test papers. And when you think about the stock you have at home, piled higher than you are tall. At 10:10 p.m., classes finally end and you head home. At 10:30 p.m., you arrive home. You find your mother has prepared a whole table full of dishes just for you. About 11 p.m., after you've eaten, you quietly go back to your room and continue studying. You don't even know when you fall asleep. Maybe it's midnight, maybe it's 1 a.m., but you feel oddly satisfied. The 5:20 a.m. alarm will take care of the rest. Day after day, this whole routine just repeats. You often ask yourself, why? Why this relentless pursuit of 15 hours every day? Sometimes, the exhaustion becomes overwhelming. You even tell your teacher you want to give up. But then your teacher shows you a chart and explains. Without relentless effort, the acceptance rate at top universities is only about 2%, he says. Our school has 2,000 students. At most, 40 will make it to only the top universities. For ordinary people like us, Gaokao is the only shot at changing our destiny. The moment you slack off, someone else will push you down. If you don't get into a good university, you won't be able to land a high-paying job. You know what that often leads to? Working in harsh conditions and barely making ends meet. And fear grips you. You do not want that life. You refuse to be a failure. Sometimes the pressure just becomes unbearable. You see test scores that refuse to improve, and you feel completely crushed. Walking home, you plan to tell your parents you just can't continue anymore. But then, when you reach the school gate, you see your father. He's been waiting patiently in the cold wind for 20 minutes every single night to pick you up. At home, you see your mother, who actually quit her job just to support your studies. He's cooking special meals just for you. Looking at that table, all that steaming, lovingly prepared food. You just swallow the words of defeat. You can't betray the sacrifices. With a gentle smile, you say, "Thank you, Ma and Dad. I'll keep trying." Sometimes you just want to slack off, have some fun, chat with classmates about gossipy. Every time you mention your favorite celebrity, you're met with these cold responses. You still have the mind for such things? Then you walk outside to study. You can only blame yourself, silently, feeling like maybe you're just too immature. Finally, you've endured it all. The Gaokao is over. As you walk out of the examination hall, you see your father holding a banner. It reads, "No matter how you did, Mom and Dad will always love you." Your mother comes up with flowers, telling you how unbelievably difficult this journey has been. Your eyes sting,
盘点高考
and the
考场
tears
外等候的父母，
just start flowing uncontrollably. You're just so overwhelmed with gratitude that your parents witnessed every single struggle, that they felt every moment of your pain. Back at school to get your belongings, you and your classmates, you are all overwhelmed with joy. Like prisoners finally freed, you all start tearing up test papers and tossing them from the upper floors. The pressure just releases like never before. It's a declaration of protest against exam-driving education, a decisive break from this prison-like routine and this jubilant celebration of your new future. You know that Gaokao, this huge Chinese rite of passage, you have completed it. The war is over. The papers are torn. You have completed China's final rite of passage. But sometimes, in the quiet afternoons of your new life, a question will surface in your mind. Was it worth it? All those sleepless nights, all those tiny rebellions, all that pressure, did it forge you into a resilient soldier, ready for any challenge life throws at you? Or did it leave scars that whisper, "You're never good enough"?